Here we are. It's open round two. You guys love my singing? All right, all right, all right. Round two. Let's see who's coming. Who's coming in? Who's coming in? What we got going over here? Hi, Maria. Hi. Hello. How come it doesn't show you guys in chat? Why doesn't it show you? That little eyeball thing says nobody's here. Oh, now it shows one. Warrior. Thank you, Maria. Thank you so much. Boy, I wasn't expecting this, you guys. I totally was slamming down when we were doing the Google thing. I was eating bagels with cream cheese. Do you guys like bagels with cream cheese? What's your favorite? I eat the everything bagel. I used to just eat the onion one. And then this girl from work, she had brought in what's called the everything bagel. So I guess it's got like the onion, the seeds, the everything on it. And that's the kind I eat now, and I dig it. So good. So, so good. Mark, welcome. Bagels are so good. Oh man, they're like my favorite snack. Plain bagel toasted with strawberry cream on top. Mmm. Mmm. Mm-mm-mm. I just like mine with butter and regular cream cheese, but just like a little bit. I don't like a whole bunch of it. So, y'all, I haven't even peed yet. So once we get enough, my number's 8. We're at 7 right now. Once that number gets at 8, then bada bing, bada bang, we're going at it. And then I got to stop to pay. Oh, I got to pay. Who sings? Mark sings. Maybe Mark should come up here and just do a impromptu couple of songs while I go pee. Pesto cream. What is that? Pasta. What's that? What's a pasta cream? I'm playing song pop while watching. What's that? Hi, Mary Jane. What is song pop? Oh, is that an app? Is that an app? So what's going on? What's shaking, bacons? Does anybody want to come up on panel? Evie, do you want to come up on panel? Maria, Warrior, Mary Jane, anybody want to come up? Pasta cream salad. I have never heard of that. Never, never, never. Y'all, I hate to cook so much. I'm not lying to you. I absolutely, I don't like to cook. I used to not mind cooking, and I really don't mind cooking on Thanksgiving. But now that it's just me and my husband here, I absolutely hate cooking. It's just, just hate it. I'd rather eat a bologna sandwich every night than to have to cook. Unfortunately, my husband would not appreciate that. It's a fun time game linked to Facebook, kind of. Hmm. No say, mi amiga. You guess a song or the artist in your fastest. Oh, now I could get down with that. Yeah. Except for, you know what? I'm really no good in some of the genres of music, especially in like today's music. I don't really listen to it because it doesn't make a lick of sense to me. I'm just doing a couple things. Maria G is just doing her a couple things. Who's coming up on panel? Who is it? Because I got to pee, y'all. We're at 13. Welcome, guys. Welcome. Y'all, it's 4:30 in the morning here. You know I love you. You know I love you if I came and opened this up for you. Melly, you were the one I wanted to talk to, so I'm glad you came in here. So I went back and I looked at, and I'm not giving you excuses because you already know me by now. I went back and looked because I thought that I had modded you, and I know it really doesn't make a difference and you were only messing with me, but it makes a difference to me. And I went and looked, and the same thing happened with you and Lindley. When I bring up your names, your picture doesn't match the picture that you have right here. And there was only one Melly Joe, but it just had an M as the avatar. So I'm hoping that was you. If you could check it for me, that would be great. Because I finally got Lindley figured out. I had to put a 4 behind her name and did not know that. Now I know you were messing with me, but I still would like to have the people who were with me in the beginning. That way, 20 years from now, when I can't barely walk, you guys will like feel like visiting me and waiting on me in case my kids never take care of me. I didn't even see Sunshine leave the chat either. Did you guys see her leave? Anyways, Melly, please just check it though and make sure because I don't need no stranger. Evie, I will fix that for you, love bug. Can I do it from here? Because I had to go. No, I had to go over to Facebook. Good night. I had to go over to YouTube to Mon Melly Joe, and I will see. They don't make this user friendly, you guys. They just don't. Evie, I will add you. Yes, absolutely. As soon as this is over with, I will add you. Do I have to put the stars in to find you though? Because I really just do I just put Evie? No, my photo is the same as here. See, that's not showing up. Then some other person that's a Melly Joe with an M. So do you have a letter a number behind your name or something like that, Melly? Because um Lindley has a number behind her name and it doesn't show up in chat. So some person that doesn't even know me has a wrench out there. Also, you guys, I'm not sure you can do it while you are live though and choose me. All right, give me just a second. Let me go figure this out. But I want to, while I'm doing this, can you guys answer a question for me? So when I was live earlier, I saw someone say, "Can Nicolina chat?" I didn't know what that meant, and it was during the time Tattooed Rebel was in here, and I thought I saw Tattooed Rebel say that it was set for subscribers only. My chat was. I think that's what was said. I didn't know that unless that only subscribers could chat. So can y'all let me know if you saw that or if I was reading that right? And let me look up really quick on YouTube. Um, Give me just a second, guys. Just a second. I have to remember how to do it. Let's see. Oh, I think I remember. So settings. No. Yes. Settings. No, that's not it. Let's see. Oh, studio. YouTube studio. That's right. and then settings. I knew settings come into play somewhere, and then community. All right, so let see this Smelly Joe that's on here. It just has an M in it. So let me try that again. See, it just has the M and Melly Joe, and then it has a row, R-O. What is that? No, that's definitely not you. Um, Melly. No, it's just got these two right here. I don't understand it. Let me see about Evie. Damn it. There's quite a few. There's one, two, three, four, five Evies. I don't think any one of these are Evie's. Did you guys hear me the whole time? Okay. Um, so Melly Joe, like, nope, that's not on there. There's only one Melly Joe and it has an M in it. Evie, I'm not sure you can do it now. Evie, it doesn't have this picture on there on the five that are listed as Evie. Rachel, can you help Lainey as I don't understand you too? I only, no, I mean, there are five other people, Evie, that have your name, I guess, but they have different avatars or different pictures. Try Melly Joe 7269. All right, give me a second. Let me go back over here. Melly Joe 7269. I'm looking. Hold on just a second. In settings, community. Let's try again. Melly Joe 7269. There's no matching users found. Well, it's a big deal to me. I know you did, Evie. I know that, but it is a big deal to me. There's got to be another way to do it. Maybe Maria can walk me through it. If anybody else knows how to do it, please let me know because all I know is to go into YouTube and then go into YouTube Studio from there and then go into settings and then go to community and then right there you can put in who you want to be your moderator. I clicked the name with my channel. I clicked on the name with my channel. Yeah. What do you mean? Hey, Raider, can you go into chat on the three dots and set to moderator? Let me see. You mean chat right here on StreamYard? Is that what we're talking about? Or go into chat on in the chat, click their name and make a mod. Okay. That only shows hide or because I'm not in YouTube. I'm in StreamYard. Do I go back to YouTube and then let me try that. I'll try to pull up my live from over there then. I don't know what the hell I'm doing. That's what I'm talking about, you guys. I'm serious. Y'all think I'm playing. My channel. My channel. I'm live right here. Okay, let me get rid of this. Let's see. Oh, okay. So I clicked on Evie's name. It says channel. It says channel activity. Go to channel, pin message, add a moderator. What up? Oh, I found it. Thank you, Maria. Thank you. All right, there. Yes. That's so much easier than what I've been doing. Oh, good Lord. Who knew it was that easy? Jane, I got another sub? Hot damn. And there's 17 people watching. Y'all please sub up. Oh gosh. Y'all, I have been going about that way so wrong. All right. So Evie got the notification. Melly Joe, did you get it? Oh, good night. Hi, Warrior. You know what? I'm almost positive somebody's probably taught me how to do that, and I just didn't remember until just now. I need a cigarette too, Evie. Right, but I can't smoke in the house. Damn it. Um, oh, please tell me Melly Joe didn't leave. Did you get it, Melly Joe? Okay. Woof. Hallelujah, Jesus. I hear y'all listen. You listen real closely, you hear angels singing. Ooh. Thank you, Mary Jane. I appreciate you getting me another big hugs, girlfriend. Thank you. Do you have a Mary Jane, do you have a channel? If you guys are sub to me and you have a channel, please put your channel in. Maria, thank you so much for everything you're teaching me. Rebel told me it figures. I struggle though, unless you tell me like 3 times, because it's really, really hard for me to like I've never done anything on the computer, you guys. Like I ran a McDonald's. I was the GM of my McDonald's for 2 years. And the only thing I did was the banking in the office. Like I went in there and I handled the bank and the safe and all that, put in my money in the computer. Anything else, and believe me, there's tons of computer stuff to be done. I made my assistant go sit in the office and do the computer stuff, and I stayed on the floor and ran the floor because I would rather be with the customers than to have to be. So I never really learned. Nope, I don't have one, just like watching. Okay. Well, if you ever want to come up on panel, let me know. Thank you so much. No, Evie, thank you. You forget easy, Maria. I do too. It is if I'm showed a couple times though, it will stick with me. It will. I'm also really, really bad about names too. So this works out for me, like being able to read chat and stuff like that. So You're welcome. Does anybody wanna come on? I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna, drop the link. Um, if you've never been on panel and you think maybe you wanna come on panel or maybe one day wanna come on panel and you're just nervous, you might as well sit here and learn with me how to do panel. So, I mean, we're just a small group of people in here, you know. So if you wanna get up here and chit chat and just get some practice so you can go to other panels, um, yeah, let's just learn together. I can't come up right. Oh, Evie, give him snuggles. Man, I miss my baby sleeping next to me. My first 3 babies, they weren't allowed to sleep in the bed with me. They had to have their own room because. And then my last baby that I had, I asked my husband, his dad, I was like, "Is it gonna be okay if the baby sleeps with me for a little while?" Because it's first of all, it's easier to nurse, trying to nurse and sleep and all that, and just because I want my baby to sleep with me, and he's like, why would you even ask that?" And then I had to explain the whole thing, so, yeah, my baby was allowed to sleep with me too, and I'm glad because I had my first husband didn't like it. He is so good when it comes to YouTube. Oh, maybe one day I'll be on that level, but I doubt it. I just adore you because you love gold. Oh, did Evie, I don't remember, but did you see my last video? You guys, I wish I could turn on. I look so ugly right now, or else I seriously would turn on. And they've got my floor a mess, but what is she chewing? Oh, um, my Goldens are just, you know, they're my kids now that my kids have all up and gone. They're my babies though. And my baby, my little girl, her name is Anichka. My white one, she is going to be going into heat within the next 2 weeks, and so I'm hoping prayerfully that uh, I'm going to get her pregnant. Happy Thirsty Thursday. Richie, aren't you always thirsty? Or is it a theme? Hey guys, my daughter's appointment is in the morning. In just a bit. Wanted to say hi before we leave. Hey, mermaid. I hope everything's okay. I hope everything, whatever's going on, I hope she's going to be okay. Big hugs to you guys. Thanks for stopping in on your way out. You're always so helpful, Maria G. Yeah, you're special, that's for sure. I find panels difficult sometimes. I have autism and ADHD, and it can affect me. That's okay. I can be patient. We can take our time. If you would like to do it, I'm here. I'm here for it. Tashi, I didn't know Tashi came in. I want to see your new glasses. So, okay. Gosh, the whole camming up thing worries me, and I was going to discuss that tonight. I really didn't know that, I wanted to talk to Three Dot Dave, and then whenever, like, I got him up here, I was like, this is my chance. Like, I want to know this guy. So, um, I was able to ask a few questions, and then I could tell, some people, when they get uncomfortable, they cover that up with humor, and I do that. So I recognized it right away, and I knew that he was done, that I had gotten in as much as I was gonna get in, and then when everything just kinda went like, "Oh," you know, uh, um, with me and him, and then I knew Tina wanted to go live, so I didn't get a chance to discuss about the camming up thing, but whether I cam up or not, I will take a picture from my nose up so you can see my glasses. Sorry, I just noticed I was in top chat. That's okay. I do that sometimes too. I don't understand why we have top chat and why is that? What is that about? I don't know. This is our first dog ever. We did a lot of research and thought Golden was the best choice. Okay, hold up. Did I miss something, Evie? Did we talk about this before? I thought you had two Goldens. Oh, we need to talk about our Goldens then. I need to see a picture of your Golden. Do you have a boy or a girl? Melly Joe, yes, tomorrow. Undercover Mermaid, good luck with the doctor's appointment. Sending hugs and love. Yes, absolutely. You know who I didn't get to say goodnight to either, Miss Barbara? I hope she's well. It's always happy hour, Richie. That's true. Geez, thanks. Richie, you do you, buddy. You're okay with me. Richie, you want to come up? Welcome to come up. My daughter has been ill for 5 days now. Why? What's wrong? You don't have to say if you don't want to. That's just my natural reaction. Like, why? What's going on? But I wish her well. I hope she starts to feel good. Thank you. It's my little Lainey. Lainey, how cute of a name is that? I told her how close both of y'all's names are. Oh, gosh, Lee, that's so sweet. I like Lainey a lot better than Leanie. Yeah, Lainey's such a cute, sweet name. Maria, I hope she starts to feel better. There's Miss Barbara. I just said it. No, he's like that all the time. Miss Barbara, I said I didn't get a chance to say goodnight to you tonight. I didn't know you were in here. I'm glad you're in here. Hope you're well, Miss Barbara. Hope you're feeling okay. We're hoping enough improvement to get a surgery date out. Oh, wait. Doesn't doesn't those have to be taken out right away? Mean isn't that like dangerous if bad appendix stay in? My last screen name was Rich, the beer guzzler, the one everyone misses. But then again, I have many screen names over the years. Oh, I get it now. I get it now. Thank you, Evie. The doctor wanted her to go to the hospital, but she won't leave her dog. How old is she, Maria? No, just one. He's a service animal turned 4 October. Oh, how sweet. I would love to see a picture of him. I love Goldens. I mean, if I see one, I'm just automatically drawn to the Golden. I don't it's just a thing. Once you've been loved by a Golden, that's it. You're screwed. You'll never have anything but a Golden, I think. I don't know if I want to know much more about Dave. I like him, but he's an enigma. I just don't I don't know enough about him, but I did figure out that the reason why he wasn't getting what I was saying was probably because he was drinking. And if he wants to drink, go ahead. I don't care. That's on you. I don't care. But, I felt like I'd explained myself 50 different times. I think he's a good guy, though. I think he really does mean well. I think he has a soft heart, and I think he hides a lot of stuff with humor. Sickness, dizzy, sore throat, not eating. Wow. And that's been going on for 5 days, Maria. I will keep her in my prayers. Rich, go up on panel, please. Barbara, good to see ya. I feel okay. I have a scan in the morning. Okay, Miss Barbara, praying for a good report. She's nearly 15. I'll send you a picture of him on Facebook. Yes, please, please, please do. Please do. I would love to see him. That's what we thought, but it was perforated and leaked and infected. So she was in the hospital 10 days in starting blocks and to get the inflammation down and surgery safer. I understand. Evie, why don't you? Listen, y'all don't fight over me. Just come up. That's a joke. Undercover mermaid, are you saying they still not remove her appendix? That's kind of scary, isn't it? Dave is a busybody. I'll bet his profession is doing hair. Ah, that's cute. Yes, she is so stubborn. Not what we expected after being rushed in an ambulance, then wait 10 days, then wait more, but all at the children's hospital an hour away. So I gotta just trust, just believe. Yep. We'll say a prayer for her too. We will believe. God's got that. I've just never heard of that happening, but medicine has come so far. But does he have to hide it so loudly? I bet he has a primary. Maybe a mullet? A permed mullet. Most of y'all are on my Team Rose family, so I know you'd want an update. We've been on edge with it still here. You know what, mermaid? Oh, goodness gracious. So much sickness going around, y'all. I'm so sorry to hear that, but definitely will be praying for her and for you. It's hard being a mama watching your child go through stuff, that's for sure. I can't reach my son is sleeping with me right now. All right, guys, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to play a song because I have to pee. And that's just the way it's going down. So I'm going to play a song of my choice and I'm going to pee real quick. And I'm probably going to super smoke, which y'all know me. I'm a professional smoker, a minute and a half, and I am finished. So by the time maybe this song and half of it, no, probably by the time this song is over with, like I pee fast too, you guys. I do. In fact, I could pee and smoke at the same time if I smoked in the house, but since I can't, then I have to go to the garage to smoke. So I'm going to play a song, not elevator music. Let me see. Let me think. How about this one? Okay, I think you guys will recognize this one. You ready? It's your people. I will be right back. Told y'all. Peed and smoke. I'm a PRO-fessional, y'all. Happens every time. Just said my PC's connected. Can y'all still hear me? Can you still hear me? What did I miss? Anything fun? Were you guys singing? Did you guys dance in your seat? You know that's a thing now for older people to be dancing in their chair and doing exercise in their chair. And supposedly you could lose weight doing that. I don't know. Maybe I should try it. You're welcome, mermaid. Hot box, definitely. Yeah, that's me for real. Fast, fast, fast. It's ridiculous. It's windy and cold here too. It is. For real, I am a professional smoker. That's me. PRO-fessional. The other day when she said, it's true, guys. It's true. So true. Good job. You guys were dancing. All right. Perfect song. All right. I knew I picked a good one. Yeah, I like that song. I wonder if they have a contest for the fastest smoker. Oh, Lord. I think I'd be in the running up. I love ABBA. Me too. Me too. Boney M. You're cold AF? Are you cold? They might at Barbara Smith. They have a Guinness Book of World Record for everything imaginable. That is true. That is true. My date would be Frotto Fraggins. Frotto Fraggins. 3 dot. Are you muted? Oh, you muted our music? You can't listen. Listen, if you muted our music, that's way uncool. A lot of lives going on right now, huh? Even my people from the Bay Area are live. Wow. There's listen, there's been a lot of lives all over the place tonight. When I went live the first time, I was like, there's not gonna be anybody here, but maybe 2 or 3 of us, and prayed for 8, and um, it ended up turning into a pretty good show. Um, I'm just surprised people left those bigger shows to come over here, but um, yeah, it's nice, you know. It's nice. Your eyes are not muted, Dave. Everyone hit the like and subscribe. Yes, yes, yes. Y'all smash that like button. Help the algorithm. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Let me let my cat in. I hear it out there crying, and it's cold to be in the um, garage. It's cold. Come on, buddy. I know. My cat is uh, 16 years old. Yeah, he's 16 or 17 years old now. Still acts like a little kitten sometimes. You listen, you gotta put on a robe. Robe helps. Put a robe on. I can't respect anybody that doesn't wear a robe. 20 likes and 40 watching. It's not snowing. I think we're supposed to get snow later. Dave, I think we're supposed to get snow later this weekend or something here. I had a cat that lived to be 21. Are you serious? You know, this cat, my son brought it home. Um, how I ended up with him was my son had brought him home and he was still a kitten and they found him on the side of the road and they were like, please, 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 can I keep him? And I was like, oh God. And I love cats, but I just felt like I had so much going on in my life. And he's like, I'll keep it in my room. I'll take care of him. I'm going to take him and get him fixed and stuff like that. And I was like, okay, well, it's your responsibility. He was in high school. He was a senior in high school and he brought it home. Well, then after he graduated high school, he went into the military and he asked me if he could leave his cat with me until he got done with basic training and AIT, and then he would get his cat back. And I was like, that's fine. Well, I couldn't leave the cat in his room while he was gone because, you can't do that to animals. So I just let the cat out and let him start roaming the house. Well, by the time he got done with AIT, um, I wouldn't let him have his cat back. By then, it was my cat, so I was like, "Find you another cat," and he's been with me ever since. The only robe 3 Dot wears is around his penis. I think the longest cat that we ever had was 18 years. 18 years, but I mean, he still goes. He's an amazing cat. He still goes. I mean, if the dogs walk up to where he's at, he'll still slap them in the face and keep going with it. My mom's cat lived 21 years. I was looking after her when mom went on holiday. She was in an she was an indoor cat. She managed to sneak out. It was freezing. Cats like to be on their own. Luckily, my mom said, "Oh Lord, really? Wow." So the cat died whenever you were watching? Or no, is that what that meant? Wow. Well, I dog sat for I take I have taken turns dog sitting for my kids, and um, my oldest daughter had a husky, and she was in love with that freaking dog, and she had gone into the hospital and asked me if I would take care of it, but so I did. I stayed at her house and I was taking care of it, and one night, freaking dog got out, and I'm not kidding you. Even a police officer came and helped us. Took us 3 hours to get that dog back in the house. It had run so far. So finally, nobody could catch it. I mean, people outside of Wendy's were like holding burgers and stuff to get, and the dog would just grab the burger and take off running again really fast. So they also had a little Pekingese too. So I was like, I'm over this. And I went and got that freaking Pekingese and put it down like, and then I started calling the Pekingese and it started following me, and the dog followed the Pekingese all the way back home, but it was out there for 3 hours, and I was like, "Never again, like, I'm not watching your dog, never again, because 'cause I'm not doing that." I mean, that would have been bad if that dog had gotten hit by a car on my watch. That scares me. I am going next week, though. No, Friday, um, to go dog sit for my other daughter. She's got a Great Dane, and, yeah, so I'm gonna go over there and hang out for a night with him. Mine was 12 when he passed. It's a good age. I didn't know cats go off to die on their own. Yeah, I was worried sick knocking door to door. I bet. I bet. Yeah, they do go off on their own. Huskies are runners. Boy, did I ever find that out. I didn't know because they lived in an apartment, right? So they would always have it on a leash, but the minute I opened the door for something, like, it just bolted out, and I did it. I They just told me whenever you take it out, make sure he's on a leash. They didn't tell me that he would just take off, and I never watched that dog again, but she ended up having to get rid of him because, she is a heart and kidney transplant patient, and so she ended up being in the hospital when so she's got 1 child, and when she turned 15 weeks pregnant, she ended up in the hospital until the baby was born, and the baby was born at 33 weeks. So she was in the hospital all that time, and so they ended up having to get rid of him anyways, give him to I don't know where they got rid of him at, but yeah. They howl husky. Oh, Warrior, you have to go and look at my short, the one that I uploaded, last night of one of my dogs. There's certain things that make him howl, and one of them is sirens, either a siren from a, fire truck siren or tornado siren. So last night, since sirens were going off and he was, like, running around trying to figure out what to do about it, like, once it all calmed down, then I put some sirens on the TV and I videoed him doing his siren call. So cute. Maria Tosh had dementia too. He kept trying to get out and leave and then forgot where he was going. We knew it was time then. My cat will be too this summer. Love her so much. She helps me a lot. Oh, that's sweet. I see your little cat. She's pretty. Yeah, it was really long. Well, um she's a diabetic too. She was um the doc oh god, it's just a long drawn out story, but yeah, she ended up having her at 33 weeks and then she stayed in the hospital after that for a week and her little girl was 2 pounds 13 ounces when she was born and she's 11 years old now. It was a hard time. I searched my mom's house. I thought she was hiding. I was looking in places where it would be possible for her to get in. Mm, I have videos of her on my YouTube. Oh, Rose Petal, do you have a channel? Did I subscribe to you, Rose Petal? I might have. You can put your channel in here if you want to, Rosebud. Rose Petal, Rosebud, sorry. You can put it in here. Yeah, thank you, Tashi, for doing that. I'll go make sure that I'm subscribed to you. Heart and kidney. Yeah, 5 years ago, Barbara. So, she's been a diabetic. She was diagnosed when she was 9. She's 39 now, so it's been 30 years. She was diagnosed when she was 9 years old, and, they always told me that eventually she probably would have to have a kidney transplant, so I always kinda knew that, but I didn't know about the heart. Nobody ever talked about the heart transplant, that diabetics, their hearts could fail or whatever. I just never knew that, and, so the doctors told her that she should not get pregnant ever because, her diabetes is very, very hard to control, um, and she did. She got married and she went to go get put on birth control pills or whatever she was gonna use for birth control, and, right before she got married, And the doctor she was seeing was like, um, asked her about what her plans were for having kids, and she said, "Well, I'm a diabetic. I don't think I'm gonna have kids." And the doctor told her, "Well, diabetics have kids every day." "Well, they do." "Hey, I didn't see you, JL Joey. I didn't see you. Welcome. Welcome." Um, and and the doctor told her diabetics have babies every day, so if she wanna have a baby, go ahead and have a baby. Well, he didn't know her history, right? He didn't know that she was an uncontrolled diabetic who is very hard to control. If she cuts her finger, her sugars go high. If she goes on her monthly, she's sick every month. It's just terrible what she goes through. She's a very strong lady. And so with her getting pregnant, it put even more stress on her organs. And so her little girl was only 6 years old whenever she, had to have a heart and kidney transplant, and, she had gone back and forth to Mayo, nobody wanted to touch her. Mayo turned her down for a heart and a kidney, um, because they didn't think that she would make it to be able to get a heart or a kidney, because they had to be from the same donor, and so they turned her down, and they said that even if they found a donor for her, that they didn't think she would make it through the surgeries because her diabetes is so brittle. So they turned her down, and finally, her cardiologist, but she had had many, many, many heart attacks and stuff, and her cardiologist, I mean, she has, I can't tell you how many doctors this girl has, but he did a video call once he got word back from the Mayo Clinic. Now, mind you, she had gone up there like 5 times for different testing and stuff, and finally they sent through word to her doctors that they were not gonna take her case. So, she had gone in for an appointment with her cardiologist, and her cardiologist had told her that she had been turned down from Mayo Clinic to, be put on their transplant list, and, her doctor was, oh my god, this man was so awesome. He Right there with her sitting in his office, he did an emergency call with all of her doctors, her kidney doctor, her diabetic doctor, primary care doctor, all these doctors, right? They all got together on a video call, and you know what he told them? He said, he he said, "We are done playing God with this girl. The reason why Indiana didn't wanna take her case on is because they also were scared that she wouldn't, survive the surgeries if they could even find her a donor in time. That's why they didn't wanna put her on the list here, um, and so he told them all, he said, We're done playing God with her. It's not our decision whether she, lives through the surgery or not, that's up to God." We all took an oath as doctors to help every person that, I mean, when my daughter told me what all this man said, I bawled my eyes out. Anyways, the next day she was put on the Indiana registry, and the Indiana registry is, I think, 4 different states in and around Indiana, including Indiana, that is our area, um, and she was put on the donors list the next day, and I think it was 6 weeks later, you guys. I think she was only on the list for 6 weeks, and we got the call that they had a donor. And what's so funny, do you guys want me to tell you this? If not, just tell me no, and I'll shut up. Um, if you guys don't wanna talk about it, we don't have to. We could go back and talk about our animals. Kryptonite. Yep. Animals are good friends. You're welcome, Rose Petal. Thank you, Maria. What a Jersey to tell her that. Yeah. All right. You're invested now. Okay, Tashi. All right. So that day, you guys, I have the most amazing pictures too. That day that she got the call, I was at work and my grandbaby was being born. This was the 23rd of October, 2018. And my grandbaby was being born that day. So I left work to go to the hospital and be there when my grandbaby was born. So I went, baby was born, got to see baby, take pictures, all that good stuff, super excited. Like, just had a baby. And so I had to go back to work. And I told my kids, I said, look, I said, I'll be back up to, because I didn't get to hold my grandbaby. That grandbaby came out wanting to nurse. So I was like, well, I'll go back to work and you guys nurse, do whatever you need to do. When I come back, I get the baby. So I went back to work. And then I had already clocked out. I was ready to go. I was going back up to the hospital to go and hold my new grandbaby when my son called, who at the time was, you guys, I don't remember. He was 20, so he was 15. And he was the only one living at home. And he called me and he said, Mom, he said, go to the hospital. We have a heart. I thought he was talking about the brand new baby. And I was like, "What are you talking about?" Now, mind you, my daughter was living with me at the time because, you guys, she couldn't even walk to the bathroom without being completely out of breath. She was only 30. She's 39, so she was 35, 34, and she couldn't even go to the bathroom without being completely out of her breath. I mean, she was definitely like her and her husband had already had the hard talk, about, what how she wanted her little girl raised and, brought up in church and all that stuff. And so when my son called me and he said, "Mom, we have a heart, you need to get to the hospital." I thought he was talking about the new grandbaby that was born that day. And so um I was like, "What are you talking about? I left the baby this morning, the baby's fine." And he was like, "No, Mom." He said his sister's name and he said, "She just got the call. We're headed to Dad's here. We're headed to the hospital. Meet us at the hospital. They've got a donor." So then it clicked, what we're talking about. Well, the problem was, that was she was going to a different hospital here in Indy, and my grandbaby was born in another hospital. So I called my husband, who's always you know, the just waters don't ripple, kind of person. And I was so like freaked out. Like I was so I just can't explain what that was like. I didn't know what to do with myself. I didn't know what I was supposed to do. And and so he said, "Look, I want you to go to the other hospital and see the grandbaby, hold the grandbaby." And he said, "I'm taking our oldest child to the other hospital." And and he said, "When you get done seeing the grandbaby, because they just you don't walk in and go right into surgery. Nothing like that happens. They have to, it may look good on paper. When you get a donor, they look at the paper, like the blood type, the size of the donor, the size of the recipient, things like that. So on paper, it was perfect. But then they also have to bring her in, do a bunch of blood work. There's a procurement team that is dealing with the donor, that is going, and looking at all her stuff, and the hospitals are talking back and forth to make sure that it's a good match, right? So he said they're going to have to do blood work, they're going to have to admit her, all this other stuff. So just go see the baby and then come over here. And so, I was given like a job to do now, right? So I went and I went and I saw my grandbaby, got to hold her, and then I went up to the other hospital to where my baby was. Um, and yeah, so I finally got there like at later in the night, like 8 o'clock at night or something like that. I got off work at 6, so it was probably more like 9, and, stayed up there till 2 in the morning, and they were still running tests on my daughter and her donor, which were at another hospital, and they don't tell you if they're at the they don't tell you what hospital they're in. You're not allowed to know anything about the donor. And then, so the doctor came out and he said, "Look," he said, "we're gonna be running tests all night long." He said, "You guys need to go home and get some sleep and, be back here at 6 o'clock in the morning. We should have everything set, ready to go." And so we did. Of course, nobody slept, but we went home, packed bags and all that. And then we were back up at the hospital at 6 o'clock in the morning, and she was taken down to surgery, I think at like 8:30 or something like that to get her heart first. And that was like it was supposed to be like an 18-hour surgery, um, 16 to 18-hour surgery. And it ended up only being 11 hours, which is hell. And the greatest part, besides the fact that my daughter's still living today, was I had gone out to smoke, right? And I'm standing outside this hospital with my other daughter and my youngest son, and I'm smoking, and I saw the chopper bring in her organs. And the only reason I knew, first you could tell it's a life flight, right? And that's how they bring in organs. So they're life flighted into the next hospital. So I knew it had to have been her organs because, right, the only reason I had gone back the only reason I was able to go smoke is because you have a coordinator that's constantly coming and talking to you and giving you updates and stuff about what's going on. And, um, so she had come up and she said, "The organs are almost here." Um, my daughter was already asleep on the operating table. "The organs are almost here. They should be arriving any minute uh, by chopper." So I was like, "Cool, I've got a little bit of time to run out and smoke real quick." And I did, and I actually have a picture of the, um, the life right flight bringing in her organs. And then once I saw that, of course, I ran back in, and then our coordinator came out and said they just got here. But what they do, you guys, is they put, like, the recipient out, and they open you up just like you're gonna have surgery. They've got you open, they've got you ready to go. They don't take anything out, they don't touch nothing, they've just got you open, ready to go. And then they look at the donor's, um, the donor's organs, and they make sure, like, this valve's here, this is here, this is here, it looks good, it's ready to go. Then they begin the surgery. If that if when they got the heart and the kidney, um, if something was wrong because she had to have the heart first, because her if she'd got the kidney first, then her heart would have failed and she wouldn't have made it through. So they had to do the heart first and then the kidney. So if the heart didn't look good, they were just gonna close her back up, send her back home. So we didn't know actually that all systems were go and until they were actually already working on her, and then the coordinator came and told us, that, um, they had already started the procedure and she was getting it. So that was an 11.5 hour surgery. She came back up, and I'm not kidding. You know those IV carts and then they have the medicines that are dispensed from them, and each medicine has a little bag, and then they have, buttons on them or whatever. You guys, there were 4 carts of those medicines hooked up to my child, and I was scared to death. I just can't explain to you how scared I was. And, they told us that they were going to give her until morning, so she got out of surgery late that night, probably in the early morning hours, and they were like, "We're just gonna wait, make sure her heart's doing well, and then, sometime in the morning, we'll take her back down and give her kidney." Well, it wasn't an hour later that her kidney surgeon came into because they didn't let us, like, stay in the room. We could go in there, say hi to her, give her a kiss, and walk back out. They didn't want us in there with her too much. Um, about an hour later, her kidney doctor came into, the waiting room, and we had taken over a whole corner of the waiting room. Sure, other people hated us, but I didn't care because we had like 6 people camping out there. And, he said, "Look," he said, "she's doing so good, I'm taking her down to surgery. We're gonna just get her kidney." And that's what they did. They brought her past the waiting room so we could say goodbye to her again, send her back down, and that was gonna take about 4 hours. And they told us to get some sleep, and they would come and wake us up whenever her kidney was good. So, she only ended up s what's really funny is she only ended up staying in the hospital after all that for, like, 6 days, you guys. It was amazing. It was completely amazing. But anyways, there's the story on that, and I'm sorry if that took so long, but, yeah, that's the story of the kidney and the heart, and, um, we're hopeful that, here within next couple months, maybe she will meet her donor's family. She knows who they are. She's friends with them on Facebook. She's got a picture of her donor now. They got in touch with her finally. So, they actually are from Indiana. I didn't think they were, but they are. So she'll get to meet them. They've exchanged gifts, and her donor was a female, young, like 27 years old, had 2 daughters, and so yeah. All right, let's see. I feel like I went on forever. I'm so sorry. Amen. Barbara, do you wear a port? No, I refuse to have chemotherapy. Wow. They have done radiation for everything. I'm so happy she found her donor. Awesome news. Yes, for real. Thank you, Lena. You're welcome. Barbara Smith, my stepdad is refusing treatment. He has terminal prostate cancer. It's gone to the bone. Wow, Maria, I'm sorry to hear that. That's terrible. 23 people in here. You think people fell asleep? I wish there was a way so I could show you guys some pictures. Maybe I'll put some on my Facebook page. Oh, I love hearing people's stories. Me too. Me too. And I wasn't really going to tell that one, but you know, not for a while. My, um, she's been on here a couple of times, just checking us out. I figured one day she could tell her own story if she felt like it. It'd be a different perspective listening to it from her. She's really strong, though, you guys. I mean, she she's can chat on Facebook, Lainey. Yeah, she's really she's sick, you know, um, but she's strong. Hymns are a great laugh. Oh yes, I did. Yes, I did, Tashi. I found out the neighbors. So okay, my kids, my other daughter and her husband, they bought this house that they're living. They moved out of Indianapolis and bought this house out in the country and have got, they got like an acre of land, like all the houses have an acre of land. She's so excited, blah, blah, blah. Got her new baby, doing all the things. And so it was less than 6 months of her living there. Across the street, honestly, across the street from where she lived, she texted me and she's like, "True crime is happening right across the street." And I thought she was messing with me because they make fun of me about stuff, because I get, um, like, hooked on things, and I've been hooked on things with true crime for, like, a long time, so people make fun of my family makes fun of me about stuff, and so I thought she was just making fun of me about it, and I was like, "What are you talking about?" She's like, "There's a real true crime happening across the street." And I was like, "Oh my god, FaceTime me immediately." So she FaceTimed me, and they had, um, the whole house around the house had the yellow crime scene tape up, and it had police I mean, the police were even in her driveway. I mean, there was no way for her to get in or out or nothing. There were police everywhere, right? And I was like, "What is going on?" She's like, "Nobody knows." She's got this, all her neighbors are on this little they all have their own little text going on so that everybody's blowing up everybody's phones like, "What's going on? Who knows what's happening over there at her house? Blah, 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 blah." Come to find out, so this happened, like, at 4 o'clock in the afternoon, right? All this started happening. The night before, about somewhere in the hours of 2:30 to 4, her neighbor who lived by herself, she was in her 50s, she was unalived with the dagger in the library. Okay. Um, I'm not trying to be funny, but I guess that is funny, but I'm not trying to be disrespectful. What I'm saying is, she was unalived with a dagger outside her house. She was like going, it looked like she was going inside the side door when she was attacked and killed right there across the street from my daughter's house. Now, mind you, the whole thing about it being freaky is the whole time my daughter lived in Indy, not once did she have any um any violence at all. And then all of a sudden she moves out to the country. She isn't there for 6 months and there's a murder across the street, right? So she stayed up. I'm not kidding you guys. I was like, well, now you can't leave me hanging. Like, if you have to leave, like, leave me on FaceTime and put your phone, because she lives an hour and a half from me. I was like, put your phone up against the window so I could pay attention to everything that's going on. Like, I got to know, right? That is still not solved today, you guys. That happened in July of last year. Still not solved today. They still have no I did a short on my channel. There's a short with the house. It shows a picture of the house because of course I went out there and took a picture, you know how to do. And that's still not solved. I called the police department before I did that short, or actually it's the sheriff's department because they live in the country, and to see if they had any leads or anything that they could update on, and they don't. So that guy's still walking, but guess what she found out, you guys? So they went around and they asked everybody, including my daughter, if she had security cameras. So everybody had to turn in security camera, right? You see the guy, you can see the guy walking from that house down the street, and then he goes out of camera sight. He came back 2 times to that house that night, 2 times to that house, and they still haven't solved it. So whenever she came in here and was like, "I got something else," this is what happened. A couple doors down from that, like 10 years ago, there was a home invasion where 2 women were living with some children, and some really bad stuff that you can imagine happened there during the home invasion with 2 guys. Well, those 2 guys are getting out of jail. They're getting out of jail. So that's what she wanted to talk to me about because, like, um, they're kind of nervous because, even though those ladies after court whatever was over, they sold that house, but there's a new family living in it, and so she was contacting the neighbors and stuff saying, "These guys are getting out of jail, we're kinda nervous around here, make sure everybody's got cameras and they're locked and loaded," and stuff like that, and so, yeah. That's what's going on there now. So I was like, honey, just go on, make sure you covered all your tracks on your Facebook, make sure you don't have the, you know, do not put what city you live in. Don't put your last name there, stuff like that. Even though if people want to find you, they're going to find you, and I'm aware of that. But since there is, you know, that's just scary. It's just scary. Which I think she should be like that anyways because they haven't found the murder of the guy across the street or the lady across the street. Her name was Rebecca Mainers. It's really sad. You're welcome. I don't know what I did, but you're welcome. I remember her telling you that in your stream. Yeah. She's the one, like I told you guys that I actually looked up being a crime scene cleanup person. That's the daughter that wanted to do crime scene cleanup with me. And then I found out that you had to um, be on call 24 hour, like your shift is like a 24-hour shift. Now, I don't mind going and cleaning up crime scenes because, you know, finding finding the killer and doing stuff. But at 2 o'clock in the morning, I don't think I'm gonna feel like going to clean up a crime scene. So last appointment I asked how long, they said 2 years. I said, that's not bad. I'm 73. I've had cancer 5 years already. Wow. So they only gave you 2 years and so far you've lived 5 years? Is that what that means, Miss Barbara? Someone came into my Henry 3 days before we someone came into my Iniri 3 days before we prayed for you. The person was on her back. She was floating. She was bare from the breast exposed in rib area. May God be with you. Oh, I'm sorry, Markella. Were you over in Tina's? We just weren't ready to go to bed yet, so a bunch of us came over here. Um, I don't know anything about the notifications. I think you got to hit the bell and then hit all. Oh no, I'm sorry, honey. How are you? I've just been talking nonsense. You really haven't missed much, truthfully. You did miss a really jam on it song, though. I will let you know that. It put the guys to sleep. They left. No, I was doing some research. Love research. What are you researching? Tell me. What's happening? What are you researching? Anything good? Does anybody want to come up? Uh, heck, that is so hard for me to deal with. Summer Wells. Have you never looked into it yet, Markella? The only reason that one's like hard for me and I don't really like to discuss it is just because there's nothing left to say. There's there's nothing left to say. Um, there's so many other kids out there that are missing and children that are missing that need attention brought to them. Um, and so I guess that's probably why I just don't like doing research on it because I haven't found or seen one thing that I don't already know about. You know what I mean? And the good thing about talking about it is that it does bring awareness to people who don't um, really know how often kids go missing in this world. But at the same time, I just wish every child had a platform And I know that's impossible, and that's a lot to ask. I do feel bad about that, but sometimes it just feels so like like she's just being exploited, and I feel bad about that. I've had it at 5 in the last appointment. They said 2 more. I got what you mean, Miss Barbara. Well, they're not God, so however long the good Lord gives you, that's how long you're gonna be here. Okay. I wanted also to be a crime scene investigator. You did? So you don't think I'm crazy, Maria? A lot of people find that gross. I don't. I think it's interesting. Are you gonna keep fighting, Barbara? It's a great question. Girl, with YouTube, I clicked the bell to be notified of your lives of Cornelini, but didn't get one for this. Just found you by chance. Happened with Rose for a while too. I don't know. Um, I'm sorry. I just thought would have loved to have you. We're not really talking about anything. Just shooting the breeze, hanging out. Needed somewhere to go. Here we are. I agree, Leanie. Everyone has their own opinions. Yes, ma'am. And contrary to what somebody thought tonight, I am all about those opinions. Everybody's welcome to their opinion, including me. You know what I did hear about this, though, about the bell thing? That it only notifies you so many times. Is that true? Let me write that down so I could look that up. Just write bell. I'll know what I'm talking about. Because I heard that, like, depending on how many times you go live, that that's how many times it'll ring, or you could run out of bells. Hell, I don't know. We journey home. According to Lena, haha, you did a great deciphering my typos. I'm typing in the dark. I try, but sometimes what I can't understand is like, y'all have different words than we have in America, or your slang, or something like that. That's when I'm just like, oh. So if you hear me reading something, I go, oh, it probably means that I don't understand it. Um, yeah, because you guys have, what do you guys, so like, you guys don't call ministers like ministers or preachers, right? Do you guys call them, what do you call them? Oh, crap. Help me out. My brain is starting to freeze up. What are preachers called there? I might unbell and rebuild. I like that. I might unbell and rebuild, see if that works. Okay. Vicars. Do you guys call preachers and priests and stuff like that vicars? Vickers? Vicars. Vicars. See, I can't even do the accent. As much as I want to do the accent, I can't. I normally unsubscribe, then sub again if I don't get notifications. Oh, that makes sense. I have heard other creators say, though, that um, YouTube is messing with the bell situation, that people aren't getting notifications. So, so see if you guys use like words that I don't understand, like vicars, like we call them we call them ministers or priests or preachers. If you guys use like your term for it, sometimes I don't understand it. Priests for Catholic, pastors for Pentecostals, ministers for Protestant. No, vicar is more a British term. Okay. Or they're called pastor, right? Yes. Vicar is an English term, yeah. But is a vicar would that be any of any religion? Or is a vicar a certain religion? Tashi, they were saying last appointment, they said there are some pills that may work. Are you gonna try to take them, Barbara? Depends on the church. I think my uncle was a minister in some wackadoodle American church. Good Lord. Elders. Uh-huh. Yeah, we do that too. Oh, so you say elders for cults or cult religion. Oh, okay. Like like I was raised in the Baptist church and we had elders, but that just meant like people who like have been in the church the longest and they're elderly, but not necessarily every elderly is an elder. It has to be an elder of the church, which means that they've been there for a really long time. I do not like vicar. Vicar of Christ means, does it really? I do not like vicar. Vicar of Christ means instead of Christ, as if he is Christ incarnate. I did not know that. And here I was digging that. Yes, but no chemo. So you would try the pill, but no chemo. Awesome, Barbara. You aren't done yet, Missy. You got more life ahead of you. I'm agreeing there. I'm going to agree right there. I was a custodian at a church for 4 years. You know what I miss? The food and barbecue. Church folk can cook. They would send me food home all the time. That is true, Rich. That is true. Church folk can cook. That's for sure. Yes, can be a young elder. Yeah. Oh, yeah, 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 yeah. Most of our churches have some elders. Yeah, everybody like and subscribe. There are 28 people in here and only about 7 of us talking, which is absolutely fine. Now there's 30. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Please hit the like button. Pray for the children of the cults. They are so isolated. Yes, agreed. Yes, I do not like the vicar at all. No man is to be used instead of Yeshua. Yes, agreed, Lulu. We are in agreement over that, even in school. Mhm. Potlucks at churches are the best dinner. And um, they're something have the best cakes. Their feasts have the best cakes. You have to be careful with potlucks now, even at churches. I mean, you don't know what people are putting into those, but potlucks at churches used to be really, really good. Lulu is meant to be a representative. It is meant to be a representative of Christ, not a duplicate. Concur. I concur. Warrior, have you ever seen the Gloria Vale cult in New Zealand? There's some documentary. Yeah, my husband actually, Tashi was watching um, a documentary about that. Tashi, from your mouth to God's ears. Max Smith's supposed to be, but it means instead or in place of. Don't anyone on earth father e.g. priest. Don't call anyone on earth father e.g. priest. Yeah, agreed. I don't. Teats. No, 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 no. You obviously don't have feet in America. Feats is pronounced fates. I'm so lost. See there, that's what gets me is words like that that I don't understand. Lulu, it is used in context of the representative of the church or leader. Oh, like a small fair. Okay, I gotcha. I gotcha. He was an Oz for some time. That leader wasn't he? There's a new one. He calls himself Christ. Who's that? Who calls himself Christ? I want to know. Hold on, you guys. Be right back. Had to say goodbye to the man who pays my bills. Um, there's a new one. He calls himself Christ. Who is that? Please tell me. I remember also the church members gave me a lot of side job work, and the older folks have connections for the good. Yeah, yeah. What do you do now, Richie? My sister dated a defector from Gloriaville. His name is Ezra. Hope is Ezra Hope. His sister is one of the main characters of Pearl Hope. Oh, wow. There are some real good people being misled in churches. Yes, 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 ma'am. Lulu, I think maybe originally from us. I can't remember. Max Smith, syntax and the true background of the word. Vicar is a term derived from Latin vicarious substitute. Oh. Here we go again, trivia. I like trivia. I do like trivia. 26 people in here. Y'all, please, please, please sub up. Hit the likes. Alan John Miller, Divine Truth. Let me write that down. I guess I got some research to do here. Alan John Miller. Divine Truth in Queenwood. Okay, I'm going to look that up. I think your religion life is going to get a bit wild. Well, I don't mind it getting wild. I don't mind people sharing their stuff. I don't mind people, you know, um, having different opinions stuff as long as everybody just remains cool, you know. It's 10:20 p.m. here. It's 6:10 a.m. here. 6:10 a.m. in Indiana. There is no substitute. I am a believer of that. 409 there, where Miss Barbara's at. Maria, do you like the British royal family? Do you care if I ask you about that? It's 3:10 a.m. over in the California. Alan Miller is a nut job, and so is his wife, Mary Magdalene. Mary straight out of the Bible. Is she reincarnated or are they just using the name? Barbara Smith, the role is head of the church. 9:10 p.m. here is 2 minutes out. Lulu on mine. Oh, goody. So do you like the royal family, Maria? Cause I love them. I really do. Not all of them. Like I was really wounded whenever my husband told me about Prince Andrew um with the whole Epstein thing. Like my heart was just like I was like, don't even say that. That's not true. Like stop. And then it hurt my heart when I found out they weren't perfect because, as Americans, some Americans, we put them up on a pedestal and I don't know. I like them. I've read every book that I can think of to read about them, and I still watch documentaries over and over and over again about them. I find them very interesting. Tantagram was God's name before someone added vowels. Hmm. You in the dark? Girl, put them glasses on. I sent you. Oh, did you, Evie? Thank you. I'll go and look at it when I. Wait, I could pull it up on my phone. I can look. Want to see. Pardon me. Um. Uh-oh. Guess what, you guys? Guess what? Oh wow. Huxley. Oh my gosh. Y'all, Huxley is so daggum cute. And you say he's gonna be 4? He has short hair like my Newt does. My boy's name is Newt, and he's a short-haired golden too, field golden. Huxley reminds me of Cheyenne's babies because Cheyenne was her stud was an English cream, and Cheyenne is almost a dark red. She's a dark golden, and so all her babies came very light like that. Huxley is gorgeous, and the smile, who could get over that? Thank you for sharing that. I love the name Huxley too. I don't like Prince Charles for what he did to Princess Diana, who was the people's queen. I know. Goodbye, England's Rose. Sorry, I almost went into a whole Elton John thing. By the way, you guys, I love me some Elton John. You hear me? And not just because he's English. I loved Elton John before I even knew any of you people. I adore our monarchy. I want to live long enough to see William and Catherine become king and queen. They are wonderful. I am so proud of them and hope she is okay and recovering. That's what I wanted to ask you guys. Do you guys think you know, like, what she went into the hospital for? I'm just going to give you my take on it. It's really none of our business, right? But I mean, it is what it is. I think she had a hysterectomy. What do you guys think? And do you think the king is sicker than what he's saying he is? Max, that's okay as long as they really don't think he is a substitute. Oh, see there, Tashi, we think the same. Yes, promise I didn't see that when I asked. I think she had a hysterectomy. I remember as a kid watching the wedding when Prince Charles married Princess Diana. Was it on worldwide TV back then? Yeah, it was, Richie. Yep, in America, we had to get up really, really early to watch it or stay up late. What did I miss here? Barbara Smith, head of the church with apostolic succession back to St. Peter. I don't like Camilla. I think I've forgiven her, but every time I look at William, it brings back a bunch of that that stuff for me because oh man, imagine how Diana would have felt seeing her son, you know, um, fulfilling what his birthright is, and to do it so well, I believe. And he married the right woman. I mean, I just believe that. I could be. I don't think I'm wrong. That's my belief. I believe William married the right woman. Tasha, yeah, I think she did. Lots of events. I saw her face grimace. I know she was having women pain. I think she might share her experience, but if not, I just hope all goes well from here. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's what I told my husband. Evie, um, I okay, I'm gonna do something, you guys. Okay, I'm gonna do something. I am going to do not judge what my living room looks like because this is mine and my dog's living room. And pardon me. This is mine and my dog's living room, which means that it's mostly my dog's living room, and I get a little computer and I get a chair. And my dogs are constantly bringing something in to chew on. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go live on my phone, hopefully not show you my freaking ugly face without mascara on. 'Cause let me tell you, mascara hides a multitude of sins for me. Okay? So, but I want to show you my babies. They're asleep. If you don't want to see them, you could just look away. But let me. So, do I have to invite myself? How does one do this? Let's see. I'll go here and then I go to, that's not it. All right. Let's see. Hold on. It just takes me a minute to figure out because I'm a ding dong when it comes to this stuff. Okay. Let me just find out where we're at. Okay. I found the live. All right, I'm now in the chat. So do I drop my link and then pick it up here? Okay. So then I pick it up here, right? Google. All right, I'm entering the studio. Let's see. Allow. How do I turn the camera around? Settings, maybe? Oh, there it is. Okay. Back camera, right? Okay, cool. All right. Enter studio, right? All right. So then I accept this, right? Add to stage, right? Shazam. I did it. Okay. Okay. Let's see. The chair I own. Wow, this sounds really loud. So, see what a mess? Look. Always chewing something. Always. But this is Cheyenne. Hi, girl. Mama. Mama. That's my one I talked to y'all about that. I don't know how long she's going to be with me. And that is my little girl. That's Anichka. Say hi. And this one is the one that loves me the most. Say hi, Nunu. And Newt. That's my buddy. Oh, see. So if you come here and in this living room, I'm probably making you guys dizzy. Then if you try to sit on the couch and the dogs went up there, I'll have to get you another chair because it's their couch. Yeah. So she's going to go into heat probably within 2 to 3 weeks at the most, and hopefully we're going to have babies. And then that's my only boy. That's Newt. And then there's Mama. All right. There we go. Okay. Can you hear me? That was real loud when I was doing that, you guys. All right, where am I? Okay. Yes, William and Catherine were king and queen. I can't stand Camilla is a queen. Yeah, I get that. I hope I didn't make you guys dizzy looking at, swinging around like that. I'm sorry. Secession back to Peter at Max. That is the Catholic theory, not fact or accurate. NB says, we get his hair cut. It's extremely long if we don't. Oh, okay. Her 3. We have an 11-year-old chocolate lab called Galaxy and a 1-year-old German shepherd called Zella. How cute is that? How cute is that? I love those names. I saw Elton last year. Oh God, I love him so much. I want to name one of my dogs Nikita too. Hello, Lisa. Welcome. Max Smith, secession back to St. Peter. That's the Catholic belief. Not accurate. Her and Charles were adulterers. Yes, they were. But do you not kind of feel like that maybe was, I mean, the Queen's fault because she had to have known, I think, that he didn't love Diana. And Camilla was married at the time. So do you think that Charles was kind of forced into that marriage? I don't, not that it makes it right, but I don't know. Ugh. I think to me, they just thought, you know, all the men over there, they don't have to be faithful to their wives if they're some kind of, got some title, so maybe they thought it was okay that he had affairs. Barbara Smith, yes, it was disgusting that they took all the Princess Diana's security. It was also disgusting, yes. You know what's really disgusting? I just saw the other day that Camilla, one of Diana's, and I'm sure it wasn't hers, I'm sure it belonged to the crown, but there is no way. So my husband's been married before too. There's no way, I don't care how many millions it's worth, that I would ever put on a piece of jewelry, um, that my husband's ex-wife wore. And I saw Camilla has worn a couple things that probably belongs to the crown, but that Diana has worn, and she's worn it like the one I saw the other day was that Diana wears it a necklace, and then Camilla had it changed into like a brooch. There's no way I mean, they can shove that shit up their ass. Lulu is highly documented. Agree 100%. Prince William's father is King Carl. What? Oh, what? So he shouldn't even be sitting on the throne? Oh man, you guys. It's a shame the brothers had a falling out. Yeah. Get down, little girl. Prince Harry has no security now, either one in the UK. Um, Prince Harry shouldn't have married who he married. That's my opinion. I do think he is sicker than what they say. I think he is too, you guys. I do. I think he's sicker. I do. I mean, he can afford his own after all those slide deals they did. That's cute. Yes, they can't be short of a few bob. Yes, they can't be short of a few bob. Hmm. There's that English talk again. Max Smith by Catholic theologians. On this rock I will build my church. On this rock I will build my church was not saying the rock was Peter. We can discuss this further on Lenny's belief system live. Interesting topic. I'm looking forward to it. I think so, Barbara, but time will tell. Wait a minute. Sick or not? So, yeah, I do think he he is sicker. Cornerstone. Talking about the church there. I look like Uncle Fester on live camera. Oh, come on. Raider, that's such a lie. I've seen you on camera. Stop it. The fact that Harry rushed to him when he found out the news might have been a sign. I agree with that, Tashi. Like, rushed, like that day he was on a plane. I agree with that. You don't have to do that. You can just send pictures through Messenger if you want. Oh, it's all right. I didn't mind doing it. Echoing. Yeah, I'm sorry about the echoing. That happens when I have two things open. Sorry, guys. I don't like Meghan Markle. She caused so much damage. She did. Tasha, yeah, I think it's more serious than we've been told. Charles's fingers are very swollen and red, and he has lost some weight. I'm not sure he is a well man, and I don't think Camilla is well either. Camilla's definitely got Parkinson's or something. Something is going on with her for sure. She's got something too. Yeah. But I didn't notice his hands. Maybe I'll go back and look at that. I'm so sorry about the echoing, guys. I knew it was. Thank you, Evie. You're my babies. Thank you, Rose Petal. Dang right. Billy Joe, me either. Wicked Witch of the West, both of them are deplorable. She is a disgusting human being. I think she should have kept the title Queen Consort, not Queen. Yeah, but the Queen did say that before she died, she wished for her to be called Queen. Why? I don't know. Really, she shouldn't have been. She should have just been Queen Consort. Thank you, Lisa. The German Shepherd I bought for my daughter. I bought for my daughter to help her. Animals are very, like, God, you guys, I don't know how I would have gotten through my mom's death without Cheyenne. I don't know. I hated every human that walked this earth besides the ones that came from my body, even my husband. Like, I didn't understand why the whole world just didn't freaking stop. Cheyenne just helped me, just amazing dog. At first, I was all for the fairy tale of Meghan and Harry, but after Sellout, I just can't. I felt it give. Um, I was all for it too. I was for it too. Seriously, I was. Not as an American, not saying, oh, like an American princess is going in there. I mean, let's just face it, she's no Grace Kelly. But it wasn't about that. It was just that Harry was in love, and that was so nice, and love's love. But oh God, she played one too many cards of a certain deck, and she's you. I, I don't think that she loves him. I don't. I think she did it to further herself. I don't think she loves him. Maria G, both lovely breeds of dog. I have Cooley, an Australian working dog mixed with the dingo. He is just gorgeous and so loyal and loving dream dog. Oh, Princess Diana was used to have babies as Camilla couldn't. Agreed, 100%, 100%. Morning, ladies. Hey, Becca, welcome back. According to Leni, yeah, they were arranged by their grandmothers. She was good breeding stock, and Charles needed a virgin and heirs. Ah, yeah, I agree with that. It's so sad because I really do feel like Diana really loved him. I mean, she was young, but it doesn't matter that she was young. She did fall in love with the prince and thought that he loved her. And oh gosh, I'm gonna tell you what though, I would have gone and beat the hell out of Camilla, and ooh, I'd have got all kind of princess like beat the hell out of Charles, beat the hell out of Camilla. Diana didn't look all that ha. Diana didn't look all that ha. Ha. Oh, well, that's distasteful. Mm. What's distasteful? According to Leamy, what rubbish. William is the king's son, and so is the bastard has no ball. Oh my God. This is hysterical. Has no ball. It's so good. 100%. What was said that I missed? Did I miss something that wasn't classy, or did I say it? Because sometimes I'm not very classy. I've never been accused of being classy. Oops, classy. Did I say it? I'm sorry if I did or I don't know. Lulu, my daughter originally wanted a husky. I said no. Huskies are beautiful dogs, though, but they are very energetic. Better, very. But even Goldens, they need a lot of exercise and room to run too. But they calm down. It's hard at times being brothers, I know. Rich. That is true. Happy at the wedding either. Good day. Good day. Good day. His dad at Prince Charles. Yep, Max, he was a wild one and don't forget the Nazi uniform. Yeah. What pisses me off is he sold out his family for a woman. How do you write a how do you write a book on your family like that? Any family. Like there's stuff that I won't even tell you guys on my channel because um I'm not gonna bash my kid's dad and I'm not gonna um my older kid's father. I'm not gonna bash my first husband. And they come on here and they see it. There's certain things I won't talk about on my channel because, you know, there are things I haven't told my kids. And so, you know, but to write a whole book, I just, oh, mm, naked poker, hookers, drugs. He was a huge party boy. Granny was not amused. I bet she wasn't. I like Harry's ex Cressida only because I love that name, but they were better suited. Yeah. Well, it's because everybody in Hollywood are just freaking egotistical, narcissistic, like, you know, it, he should have listened to his brother. He should have listened to grandmama and everybody else that told him, to take it slower with her. That's all I have to say about that because, you know, the last thing you want to do is run over and marry someone in Hollywood. There's no debate on St. Peter being placed in charge of the church. Apostolic succession is a non-issue. Evangelicals are openly adversarial adversarial to the church. Can't wait till tomorrow night. This gonna get good. Tashi, any woman would have better suited. Yeah, I have to agree. Almost. Nowadays, what's that saying? All women are queens. Raider, I think I may be one of the only women in the world who absolutely does not like that. I don't like it. I don't like it. I think it's dumb. Megan is all about herself. You are correct about that. She set her really Megan set herself up. She really did. She has two of the king's grandchildren. Um and even if the Harry thing doesn't work out, and I don't think it will work out. I really just don't think that's going to work out, guys, because she's too much of a narcissist. She's going to be set for life, even if she never works again. She's going to be set for life. I've been listening and cooking. Wow, cooking. Tell me all about that. What are we making? I've been reading lately the Aquarian Gospel. Oh, what are we cooking though? Let's get to that. Meghan Markle loves herself. You are correct. Carol, that's a new name I haven't seen. Welcome. Thanks for coming in. I hope you subscribed. Please subscribe if you guys haven't. Please, please, please. I'm trying to grow my channel. I promise if I ever get to 1,000 subs, you'll never hear me say it again. Tashi, hammer and cycle does not create a freak out. Hammer and cycle does not create a freak out. A royal with cheese. Good grief. Just Becca, I hope those fires aren't near you. The Aquarian Gospel? Question mark, question mark. Now it seems to me that Meghan and Harry want to be royals and treated as without working for it. I agree with you there, Carol, but you know what? Even if something happens with the king and he doesn't stay on the throne long or he doesn't live it, I don't see William letting Harry come back in the graces. I mean, I'm not from England, obviously, but I just don't see that happening. I mean, he sold out that family. You don't do that. In Hanson's with the words, please explain, mission, explain. But I still want to know what he's cooking, though. The book Spare was awful. Yes, it was. I didn't buy the book, but you can go on YouTube and it's actually like read as an audio. And so I would turn it on and just let that guy read the book and while I did all of my work. So it took me about maybe a week to get through, but it was terrible. It was terrible. Jesus in India, he visited the monks and stuff, warrior nun. They say cheese to the camera, Rich. Max, it was more than his grandfather's entire family that were murdered by Nazis. He was adopted as a child by his godfather's family, so it was in poor taste. Thank you. Y'all, please hit the like and subscribe. Please, please, please. Appreciate that. Tashi murdered when? Thank you, guys. Thank you. Fried rice has chorizo in it. Oh, God, that sounds good. Fried rice has chorizos, veggies, egg, and rice. Oh, holy hell, that sounds so good. Good morning, Teacup Mama. Welcome. Carol, Megan was the only one who doesn't want to work. She just wants the title. You are correct. Ding, 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 ding. Melly Joe, Melly Joe, Melly Joe won that one. Look up the family story of Prince Philip. Yeah, yes, 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 yes. I am. Prince Philip actually tried. Everybody, I don't want to talk about Charles monarchy in a low light. In Texas, there's fires. There is. There is. It's kind of scary what's going on right now. Levi H. Dowling, Warrior Nun is the author. Okay. I'm sorry, but I love Prince Harry way before Meghan. He served on the front line for his country, and they stripped him of all of his medals he earned from. You know, no matter what has happened, I think he should have been able to keep that. because now I'm not in your country, so maybe I have no room to talk about this, but um, he didn't just serve for the monarchy. He served for your country, so he should have been able to keep his medals, I think. Tashi and WW2 Churchill bombed Berlin 6 times before Werner von Braun rockets stopped it. The Texas fires or grass fires spread fast, but he chose that life, Maria G. Yeah, poor Leanie, have a cigarette break. Girl, you going fast? You know I'm fast. Edie, he did, and it made me sad. He should have been able to keep his medals at least. I think so too. I think so too. H.P. Wells, I've just discovered. I'm not going to get into a history debate on war, Max. I really don't know much, honestly. There's no winners in war, in my humble opinion. I was just talking about the royals. Holy cow. Hmm. I agree he should have been able to keep his medals, but not the uniform for the events, as he has stepped away. I never thought about that girl. Hey, girl, hey. Hey, bless mama. Good morning, good morning. Tashi and Max panel immediately. I agree, Maria. Anyone who served their country and then leave, they still keep their medals, yes. There are winners in war, the defense industry. I believe the Queen was very hurt by Harry's actions. Oh, I'm sure she was. Sure she was. If Harry wants to divorce Meghan, do you think he will go back to the UK or stay in the USA with his kids? Good question, Evie. I'm going to go and smoke. If my earphones die, because they might die, then I will switch over to my phone. Okay? I'm going to go smoke. Y'all keep this going. Keep this going. I guess I should mute myself. Okay. I smoked and made a cup of coffee. What up? I gotta go back up here and catch up with you guys though. Oh my gosh. Prayers for Texas. Got it. Oh, Carol, you live in Texas. Yeah, she will make it hell for him. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you, she doesn't love him. She is just looking for um she wanted to be a princess. I thought Harry's children did get titles, or did they just add them to the birth certificate? Wow, Max. My son is a young fire captain in the largest fire department in America. That's a lot to be proud of. Congratulations. Thank you for his service. Harry got his title and the money, although he claims to be poor. Princess Anne, that's one smart woman in protecting her children. He was stripped by the Queen. He couldn't even dress in uniform for the Queen's parade. I'm sorry, bless Mama. I went on a smoke break. That's why it got quiet. Harry was stripped of military titles in 2020 after he and Meghan Markle made the decision. Harry lost three. Wow. Mm. Gave up everything. Yes, he did, and that bitch didn't give up shit. Get them kids ready. God, I'm glad those days are over for me, blessed Mama. I miss my kids being little, but I don't miss school. I hated school, even when my kids are going to school. Tashi agreed. I agree. Front line in Afghanistan, yep. I love the way Anne took care of her mama in death. I mean, she was y'all's queen. She was a special lady to me too, and I'd never even been over there. But I loved how Anne stayed with her mama the whole time, never left her. Even in death until she was in her final resting place. When Meghan and Harry pulled the New York chase incident, that was enough for me. Yeah, they're dumb bitches. Buckingham Palace Squad in Paris. The gold plaque was removed from the gates. What do you mean by that? Sorry, I'm trying to catch up. What happened to all of Diana's stuff, like her everything that was in her home? I know that, like, the boys got to split up some stuff or whatever, like jewelry and stuff like that, but what happened to, like, all her furnishings and, everyday clothes and stuff like that? What happened to all that stuff? Getting ready to take the kids to school. Be safe out there. Be safe. I hope they have a good day. The royal plaque from Buckingham Palace. Why did they take that down? Is it because Charles and Camilla don't live there? Do you think that William and Kate will move once he succeeds the throne? Do you think that William and Kate will move into Buckingham Palace? I really hope so. I don't like seeing it empty. I know it's not empty, but you know what I mean? Like there's not a monarch living in it. I know. I can imagine. Bless Mama. God bless you. It won't always be like that, honey. I know you probably hear that a lot. Bloody Bureau. Hot. Greedy hands off the water. Oh, you really think so? He's in the States now, though, right? Burrell, he moved to the States, right? Teacup Mama says complete blizzard whiteout where I'm at right now. It's crazy. Was in 60s the past 2 days, and now this. Teacup Mama, what state are you in? Where are you at? Be careful. Is it coming my way? Is it coming to Indy? Hi, sorry guys, I gotta go. My daughter's going to the hospital. She wants me to look after Zella. Her dad. Oh, Maria. Okay. We'll be praying for you, Maria, and your daughter. God bless her. Let us know how she's doing. It's terrible. Her dad will go in ambulance, love you up. Good grief. Many awards, etc., have been removed in history, even pro and color sports. That's correct. Yes, it was done while Queen was alive. She chose not to give Harry. Charles has also chosen not to give them titles. Um, I think at this point, if they were given titles, um, what would they be used for? I mean, Harry and Meghan, wouldn't they just use it to, e- I don't know, to draw attention or, to get something out of it, I mean, they wouldn't use them for the right reasons. I think if the children were going to give titles, we're going to get titles from anybody. I think it should be after they're 18 and they decide whether they want to become working royals or secondary royals or whatever you guys call it. And then maybe that could be talked about. But if it benefits Harry and Meghan at all for the kids to have titles, bunk that. Yeah, prayers for Maria and her daughter, you guys. To grift, yeah, Tashi. Yeah, I do think that. I mean, the kids don't know anything about, they don't understand the real meaning of a prince, a princess, a duke, or a duchess. They don't understand the real meaning, but Harry and Meghan sure would use that. Yes, yes, they would. Do we really need to be ruled? Do we really need a monarchy? I don't think so. Hmm. Well, we don't have a monarchy, and we're We're ruled. We have government. Does the monarchy really rule anything? I mean, doesn't your parliament make up your laws and so forth? Prince Harry sounds more popular than Duke of Sussex. Yeah. Rich, haven't seen you in a while, man. Good to see you. He's just hanging over there in the corner. The children don't even know the royal family or their way of life. That's true, Carol, and it's very, very sad. Our government sucks. Well, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. The monarchy has stolen and destroyed so much they cost a lot. Government is fine. My country was stolen and is still ruled under the monarchy. Well, I wouldn't know. I don't live there, but do you think it'll change? Do you think by the time, let's say, William's children get up in age, and by the time it's time for Prince George to take the throne, do you think that the monarchy will be abolished? Is that possible? I mean, what do you what does your country as a collective say? Not that that matters, because our collective country is just what we say. It don't really matter either. When you are in jail, you are a quest of His Majesty. Well, it's just like here. I mean, you belong whatever jail you go, whatever you belong to the state. Whenever it's the same thing here. So, like, if you get convicted and you get thrown in prison here, you're a ward of the state. So it's really no different. So do you want to be a ward of, the people that go to jail? Is it better for them to be a ward of, I don't know if y'all call them states over there or what, or a ward of the government? I mean, what's better? Because everybody answers to somebody. Don't get yourself put in jail. Well, there you go. And I'm not arguing with you, Mission. I'm just curious. I just think people don't think it all the way through because um, Independence Day, you fought for your freedom. Sure, but yeah, sure. But if you do something wrong and you go to jail, you're still owned by the state. You are given to the Department of Justice and you are a ward of the state or the ward of, um, you know what I'm saying? US is not under the monarch's rule anymore. That is correct. But we're still under rule of something. Everybody reports to somebody. I mean, everybody, unless you're God. That's what laws and all that is. We all, you know, we live under laws. State prisons and federal prisons are different though. Yeah, but it doesn't matter. You still belong to someone. If you go to state prison, you're a ward of the state. If you go to federal prison, you're a ward of the government. It doesn't matter. You're still governed and by somebody when you're in prison. So it doesn't make a difference whether it's someone that's a king or whether it's a whole state, or whether it's a federal country, basically. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't matter. You can't use prisoners as an example because they've done something wrong. They can't govern themselves. They can't stay out of trouble and follow the laws of the land. So therefore, we put them away and until they either finish their their judgment, um, or we just keep them there and take care of them till they die. All my point is that it doesn't matter whether it's under a king or under what kind of a warden. You're when you go to jail, you go to jail. You belong to somebody. You feel me, dog? You feel me, dog? All right, guys. We've been on for another 2.5 hours, a little over 2.5 hours. So it's almost 7:15 here in the morning. So I guess I'm gonna go and get in the bed, go to sleep for a little while. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. I appreciate everybody. Um, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe, and we will be live later on. I'm going live a little bit earlier um, to make sure that um, love you, Tashi. Um, I don't even know what I'm saying. I just lost it. Anyways, going live later today, and I'm going a little bit early. Usually, I try to go around 10 o'clock. I think I'm doing 8:30. So if you want to join in that later, I appreciate having you there. You guys have a good day or good night wherever you're at. Thanks for hanging out with me. Hit the subscribe and the like on the way out. I love you guys so much. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I really, really appreciate the friendship and everything. So big hugs to all of you guys. I'll see you next time and see you later on the nighttime. Take care, guys. Bye.